and it can feel kind of hopeless of, oh my goodness, like, are we
Yeah.
just doomed here?
Yeah.
And that's not true. We bring this to the table and show you all because there's actually a lot of hope in being able to understand how we were parented, where that came from, and where those relationships are coming from now, those relational styles. So when we talk about parenting and attachment, being able to understand our own wounds, to then be able to transform those and be able to help our
Mm.
kids experience differently. So parenting choices matter. We know from this research, that we just mentioned, that those early interactions, even from birth, can shape those attachment styles.
Mhm.
Secure attachment fosters lifelong emotional health. We've seen that from studies. Here we have the data that longitudinal studies demonstrate that early secure attachment predicts better mental health and relationship outcomes later in life. So we know from the data that this really does matter. And again, it's something that is hopeful that we can work towards. That even, like Jesse said, if you're a grandparent listening to this, it's not too late. We can work on these things and learn and grow in them.
For sure. And I want you guys to notice as we're going through like these pictures that we've chosen in here. And this first one, we're really going to give you some practical things with parenting that can help build secure attachment. And in this first picture, you can see this caregiver. And one of the things that I've heard people say is go low and slow when you're communicating. And so that means low in my body. So you see here that this caregiver has come down to the eye level of the child. So there's not kind of this kind of domineering, like I'm over you, communicating to you thing. I'm down on your eye level. I've made myself low. And the other part of that low is I've also lowered my tone of voice. So we want to be very, very, very conscious of our tone of voice. And so low. And then the last one, the last part of that is slow. Like even as I'm communicating this part of it, I've slowed down like the cadence of my voice. And so when we're communicating to kids, especially kids who are in a place of maybe dysregulated emotions at the moment,